Hey guys, welcome to another Financial Friday, Frugal Friday, whatever I'm calling it currently, and currently it's Financial Friday because the Frugal Friday starts next week. So next week I will be talking to you about different ways that I'm saving money, cutting costs to save money, I should say. Whoa, I'm sorry, I'm being lazy and I don't want to get my tripod out. So this week I just want to talk to you about my worst adoption fear, which is finances, and why I feel it's so important for me to save $20,000 before starting the process. So for those that don't know, I am adopting a little girl with Down syndrome internationally. The whole process will cost me about $40,000, and it will take about 18 months from application to home. It is a very fast process. I have a breakdown. I'll try to remember to post it down below, but I have a breakdown on my website of what fees are due when, but they're fast. I also have a video, which it'll pop up there. But it's not a long, drawn-out process. It's not one of those things where, oh, it's $40,000 and I can save up as the process goes along. A lot of people have done that and fundraised and stuff. And people I have talked to have just been like, have faith, just start the process and the money will be there when you need it to be there. That's great, but what happens when it's not? That is my biggest fear. If I were to start the process and I have a giant fee due and fundraising isn't happening, what happens? Like, I could possibly lose matches, stuff can just go really bad, like, what is time to fly and I don't have money for flights, stuff like that. I would like to have faith that it would all kind of just work out, but I don't want to deal with the stress of it. It is very, very, very scary. A lot of adoption groups I'm in, I've seen lots of people trying to fundraise, oh, I'm leaving in 3 days and I need $6,000 and stuff like that, and I don't want to deal with that. That might be okay for some people and it might work out for some people, but I am a bit of a control freak and I don't feel like I can comfortably handle that. Also, when she comes home, I will be taking 6 to 8 months off for maternity leave. If I am struggling to pay for her adoption through fundraising and saving, what am I going to do when she comes home and my income is like less than half of what it was before? I don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to take less maternity leave just because I tried to get her home before financially being ready. I know, like, it sucks, trust me, it sucks that I can't just jump in. I just don't feel comfortable with it. In terms of taking on debt and stuff, I did a video on that last week, which will pop up there, on my debt situation and why I don't, debt is bad, the end. I do have the option for my final flights. My brother has offered to lend me money for the final flights, because my plan is to save up $20,000 to start the process, and then during the 18 months, save up, fundraise, and whatnot during that 18 months, but I need another $20,000 in 18 months. A lot of the fees are actually due pretty quickly, so that $20,000 will cover up to, I want to say, up to my referral. And then after that is when, like, first trip and stuff like that, that's when whatever savings I have during that 18 months is going to have to start kicking in. So worst case scenario, my brother said he'll lend me money for the final trip. So that's great. But then I have to pay him back during maternity leave, which my income will be little. And yeah. So that's kind of a really quick rundown. $20,000 seems like a lot, and it is. It really, really is, and it's going to take me probably about 2 years starting in September, because I'm currently saving up to move. The adoption fund currently has $1,520 in it, and so that's sitting there. Nothing's coming out of it, but also nothing's going in it unless people are donating. So yeah. So once I move and I figure out, okay, where I am financially, I can start dumping money in there. So I'm hoping less than 2 years to get up to that 20,000 between fundraising. We're doing some fundraisers this summer, so that will hopefully help for come September. Hopefully they'll be higher then if fundraisers go according to plan, and actually increase the amount that's in the fundraiser. And then on top of that, whatever I can dump in there. So hopefully less than 2 years to get that $20,000. As soon as I get that $20,000, or as soon as I feel comfortable, maybe at $15,000, I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable enough to get started. Or after talking to the agency, they're like, no, just save up $10,000, and they feel confident enough that everything will be okay. Then maybe that amount will change, but my $20,000 is my current amount, because that would leave another 15 to 20,000 for the remaining costs. Because adoption is scary financially. It is very, very scary. And my biggest fear is what happens when you have a fee come up and you don't have the money. And there's only so much fundraising can do. Like, people, you know how it is. Everyone always wants money for something. That's just how life is. And I'm not that comfortable with fundraising to begin with. And on top of that, like, I don't want to be like, I need $5,000 by next week or I lose this match. Like, I don't think that's a good situation to put myself in. And I don't think it's fair to be asking other people money when it's because I want to rush things faster. Or I've put myself in a situation where things are happening faster. That's what I should say. Please donate and share the fundraiser to make the $20,000 happen sooner. But in terms of the actual, like, if I started the adoption process in August, I don't think it's fair to be like, hey, I have fees due. Please help fundraise for fees that are due, like, now. I hope that makes sense and I'm not just rambling. But that's basically why I'm waiting till I have $20,000. I just don't feel comfortable with having fees due and having no way to pay them. It scares the crap out of me. And I don't want to deal with that. Adoption is stressful enough. I don't need to be stressing out about a million fees that I have no money for, and whatnot. So I feel it's more financially responsible and much more comfortable for me to just save up the $20,000, save and fundraise. I'm still fundraising, but save and fundraise up to that $20,000 and then start my home study then. I'm probably going to do the classes before that. I'm actually planning on meeting with the agency in August. So that will be my consultation and then see from there when they think I should do my classes. But start my home study once I have that $20,000 and then keep saving obviously throughout and fundraising throughout the process. If it comes down to that fundraising goes amazing during that 18 months and I end up with extra money left over, it's like, great, now that can go towards my maternity leave. The fundraiser money will go to pay towards her adoption, and whatever I save will go towards my maternity leave. It's not like it's like, oh, well, I can't make over that amount. I can't over save, like, or what if it takes me 24 months instead of 18 months to get her home from the actual start of the adoption process. Again, okay, so I save extra money, whoop-de-doo-da-day. During my maternity leave, I'm going to my parents' house for 2 weeks. So having money for that would be nice to have. If I have tons of extra money saved up, then okay, great, I can maybe take her on a vacation or something. Like, I don't think there's such thing as having too much money saved. I'm just terrified by not having enough saved. So anyway, so that's kind of my ramblings about that. So anyway, if you have any suggestions, if you've adopted internationally and your adoption cost $1 bazillion, let me know in the comments below what you chose to do. Did you choose to start right away? Did you choose to save up X amount of dollars ahead of time? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and questions, comments go down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.